In today's fast-paced world, relationships can feel more complicated than ever. With constant distractions, social media comparisons, and the pressure to live up to unrealistic standards, many people find themselves struggling to maintain healthy connections. Whether it's romantic relationships or friendships, we often get caught up in trying to control how others see us or react to us, leading to unnecessary stress and frustration. This is where the ancient philosophy of Stoicism can offer a refreshing perspective. Rooted in the idea of focusing on what's within your control and letting go of what isn't, Stoicism teaches us to navigate life's challenges with inner strength, resilience, and emotional clarity. Instead of being swayed by external events or the opinions of others, Stoics believe in mastering our inner world, our thoughts, emotions, and actions. But how does this apply to relationships? Simply put, the way you manage your emotions and behavior in relationships can drastically change how others perceive and respond to you. Stoicism empowers you to stay calm, composed, and confident, even when faced with uncertainty or conflict. It teaches you to detach from outcomes, which paradoxically makes you more attractive and respected in the eyes of others. When you're not constantly seeking approval or validation, you naturally become more grounded, magnetic, and in control of your own destiny. In this script, we'll explore how Stoic principles can be applied to your relationships, helping you build deeper connections while maintaining personal power. Whether you're navigating the ups and downs of romance, dealing with criticism, or simply striving to improve your emotional mastery, Stoicism provides timeless wisdom that can guide you through these challenges with confidence. Stay with me, and by the end of this journey, you'll discover how mastering yourself leads to stronger, healthier, and more fulfilling relationships. Control what you can, accept what you can't. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the idea of focusing only on what's within your control and accepting what you cannot control. This concept, often referred to as the dichotomy of control, serves as the core of the Stoic mindset. It encourages individuals to distinguish between the things they can influence, like their own thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the things that lie outside their influence, such as other people's opinions, behaviors, or external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, encapsulated this philosophy in his famous quote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This teaching reminds us that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we react to those events. This mindset shift can drastically reduce frustration, stress, and emotional turmoil in all areas of life, particularly in relationships. In the context of relationships, this Stoic principle becomes especially powerful. Often we seek to control how others think or feel about us, whether it's in romantic relationships, friendships, or family dynamics. We might overanalyze someone's actions, become anxious when they don't respond the way we want, or exhaust ourselves trying to influence their opinions. However, this approach is emotionally draining and ultimately futile, as we cannot dictate someone else's thoughts or feelings. By embracing the Stoic idea of focusing on what's in your control, you learn to emotionally detach from outcomes that are not within your power to change. For example, instead of trying to manipulate or impress a romantic partner, a Stoic would focus on their own behavior, how they communicate, how they handle conflict, and how they maintain personal boundaries. This emotional detachment doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop obsessing over things you can't influence, leading to a more peaceful, grounded mindset. When you adopt this approach, you project confidence and emotional stability, traits that naturally draw others towards you. Instead of constantly seeking validation or trying to win someone's approval, you become more self-assured, knowing that you are only responsible for your own actions and emotions. This creates a powerful shift in your relationships, where you are no longer at the mercy of external factors, but instead remain in control of your inner world. Building inner strength through adversity. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not something to be avoided, but rather embraced as a tool for personal growth. Hardships and challenges forge our character, much like how intense heat and pressure are needed to forge steel into something strong and resilient. This metaphor captures the essence of how Stoic philosophy views adversity not as an obstacle, but as a necessary process that strengthens our inner core. When faced with difficult times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or even broken. However, from the Stoic perspective, every challenge presents an opportunity to build emotional strength, self-discipline, and resilience. Just as a blacksmith hammers away at molten metal to shape it into a sharp, durable weapon, life's challenges can shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. Each hardship is a strike of the hammer that makes us more resilient, teaching us how to handle future difficulties with grace and composure. Marcus Aurelius reminds us of this in his Meditations, writing, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very obstacles we face become the path to our growth. By enduring hardships, we develop the emotional fortitude necessary to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. So how can you stay strong during difficult times? First, recognize that adversity is part of the natural order. No one escapes challenges, and they are crucial to becoming stronger. By accepting this reality, you can reduce feelings of helplessness and frustration. Second, practice reframing your thoughts. Instead of seeing adversity as a setback, view it as an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger or more resilient? This shift in perspective helps you maintain a positive outlook even in the toughest moments. Third, focus on what you can control. While you can't always prevent hardships, you can control how you respond to them. Practice self-discipline by staying calm and rational in the face of difficulty. Whether it's a financial setback, a relationship issue, or a personal struggle, keeping your emotions in check will help you navigate the situation more effectively. Lastly, remind yourself that every hardship you overcome builds your inner strength. The more challenges you face, the more emotionally resilient you become. Just like steel becomes stronger through repeated heating and cooling, you, too, are being forged into a stronger version of yourself with each challenge you endure. The art of letting go. In Stoicism, one of the most powerful lessons is the art of letting go. Emotional detachment does not mean becoming cold or indifferent, rather, it means releasing the need to control everything, especially things outside of your control, like how others think or feel. When applied to relationships, this detachment creates a healthier dynamic, allowing both individuals to thrive. Letting go of expectations and attachments often makes you more attractive because it shows confidence and self-reliance, which others naturally gravitate toward. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the idea that suffering often stems from clinging to things we cannot control, whether it's the future, the outcome of a relationship, or someone else's emotions. By learning to release these attachments, we free ourselves from constant anxiety and disappointment. This not only helps maintain emotional balance, but also creates a sense of calm and stability, which is appealing in relationships. In relationships, many people fall into the trap of trying to control the other person's feelings or actions. You might worry endlessly about whether they like you or whether they will leave you. This grasping mentality often pushes people away. In contrast, emotional detachment allows you to maintain your dignity and peace of mind, regardless of the outcome. This approach makes you more attractive because you aren't needy or overly dependent on validation from others. You know your worth and aren't defined by someone else's approval. Here are some actionable steps to practice the art of letting go in relationships. Number 1. Focus on your own actions. Rather than obsessing over how someone will react to you or whether they like you, focus on your own behavior. Are you treating them with respect? Are you being authentic? You can control your actions, but you cannot control theirs, and accepting this reduces unnecessary stress. Number 2. Release expectations. It's natural to have hopes in a relationship, but rigid expectations often lead to disappointment. Instead, embrace a mindset of openness. Be willing to let things unfold naturally without forcing a particular outcome. This way, you are less likely to feel crushed if things don't go exactly as you imagined. 3. Develop emotional independence. Strengthen your sense of self-worth and independence. Know that you are complete on your own, and a relationship is an addition to your life, not the defining element. The less dependent you are on others for your emotional stability, the more grounded and attractive you become. By practicing these steps, you will find that releasing control and expectations not only helps you feel more at peace, but also makes you a more attractive and confident person in the eyes of others. Cultivating virtue and character. In Stoicism, the cultivation of virtue is at the heart of a fulfilling life. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is the only true good. Everything else, wealth, health, relationships, can be nice to have, but they don't define our character. What truly matters is the strength of our inner selves and how we embody the 4 key Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Number 1. Wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to discern what is true and what is false, what is important and what is trivial. It involves knowing how to make sound judgments and decisions. The philosopher Seneca emphasized the need to constantly refine our judgment by learning from our experiences and the world around us. In modern life, wisdom can manifest in understanding the long-term consequences of our actions and making decisions based on thoughtful reflection rather than impulsive reactions. Role models like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled Rome with a balanced and rational approach, remind us of the value of wisdom in leadership and personal life. Number 2. Courage. Courage, as a Stoic virtue, goes beyond mere physical bravery. It is the ability to face adversity, fear, and uncertainty with grace and determination. It's the kind of inner strength that enables us to confront life's challenges without being paralyzed by fear. For example, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, born into slavery, embodied courage by rising above his circumstances and teaching others the value of mental fortitude. In today's world, we cultivate courage when we step out of our comfort zones, face difficult decisions head-on, and stand by our values, even when it's unpopular or risky. Number 3. Justice. Justice in Stoic philosophy is about doing what's right and fair, not just for oneself but for others. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of serving the greater good and treating everyone with fairness and respect. In relationships, this can mean being honest, supportive, and compassionate toward others. Justice in a broader sense is the foundation of moral integrity, and it's essential in maintaining trust and harmony, whether in personal relationships or in society. Number 4. Temperance. Temperance is the practice of self-control and moderation. It's about resisting excess and staying balanced in all areas of life. In a world that constantly promotes instant gratification and overindulgence, temperance helps us remain grounded. Seneca often emphasized the importance of practicing restraint, knowing that indulgence often leads to long-term suffering. Modern role models, like those who live minimalist lifestyles or who focus on mindfulness, embody temperance by showing us that less can often be more. To cultivate these virtues in daily life, we can begin by reflecting on our actions and asking ourselves, am I acting with wisdom? Do I have the courage to face challenges head-on? Am I being fair and just to others? And am I exercising moderation in my desires and habits? By consistently practicing these virtues, we strengthen our character and live more fulfilling, purposeful lives. Section 6. Handling criticism and judgment. 400 words. One of the greatest strengths of Stoicism is its practical advice on dealing with external criticism and judgment. In a world where people often feel judged or criticized, whether by friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers, Stoicism provides a powerful mental framework for rising above such negativity. The Stoics teach that what others think or say about us is beyond our control, and, therefore, should not disturb our inner peace. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is particularly useful when dealing with criticism. According to the Stoics, we have no control over other people's opinions or actions, but we have full control over our own responses. When someone criticizes you, their judgment reflects their perception and mindset, not your true worth. Therefore, allowing someone else's opinion to unsettle you is essentially giving them power over your emotional state. How to stay grounded during criticism. The first step in handling criticism is understanding the nature of feedback. Not all criticism is equal. Some of it may be constructive, and some may be baseless or mean-spirited. A Stoic doesn't reject all criticism outright but evaluates whether the feedback is useful. If it is, they use it as an opportunity for growth. If it's not, they simply let it go. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reminded himself to remain unaffected by the opinions of others. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. Practical advice for staying grounded. 1. Detach emotionally. Criticism can only hurt if you take it personally. The Stoics practiced emotional detachment, which means recognizing that others' opinions are just that, opinions. By not internalizing negative feedback, you protect your peace of mind. 2. Consider the source before reacting to judgment. Ask yourself, is this person someone whose opinion I value? If not, their criticism might not be worth your concern. Even if they are, take time to reflect on whether their feedback is constructive or destructive. Number 4. Focus on self-improvement. Use criticism as a tool for personal development. If the feedback holds value, use it to improve. If not, let it slide and continue focusing on your own progress and goals. Building confidence through Stoic practice. Handling criticism with grace and poise builds an inner confidence that doesn't waver. As you train your mind to remain unaffected by external judgments, you develop a stronger sense of self. You become more secure in your own decisions and less concerned with pleasing others. This Stoic confidence radiates outward, making you more resilient in relationships, work environments, and all aspects of life. Living in the present moment. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, where distractions lurk around every corner, the Stoic principle of living in the present moment has never been more relevant. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully engaged and aware of the here and now, helps cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and those around us. The Stoics recognize that true contentment comes from focusing on the present rather than worrying about the past or future. The power of mindfulness. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, encouraged self-reflection and awareness in his meditations, reminding us that life is fleeting and should be lived consciously. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This quote underscores the importance of seizing each moment, as we never know when it might be our last. By embracing mindfulness, we can strengthen our relationships, enhance our emotional well-being, and cultivate a sense of peace. The impact of distractions on relationships. Distractions, whether from our smartphones, social media, or the constant barrage of information, can severely impact our relationships. When we allow ourselves to be pulled away from the present, we miss out on meaningful interactions and connections with others. This can lead to feelings of isolation, misunderstandings, and emotional disconnection. When we're not fully present, we inadvertently send a message that the person we're with is less important than our distractions. Tips for staying engaged in the moment. Number 1. Limit digital distractions. One of the most effective ways to cultivate presence is to reduce the influence of technology in your life. During conversations, put your phone away, turn off notifications, and focus on the person in front of you. This simple act of putting aside distractions signals respect and value for the relationship. Number 2. Practice active listening. Engage in conversations by truly listening. This means not just hearing the words but also understanding the emotions behind them. Ask open-ended questions and show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. This fosters a deeper connection and strengthens the bond. Number 3. Use mindfulness techniques. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Whether through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or grounding techniques, these practices can help anchor you in the present. When you find your mind wandering, gently guide it back to the current moment. Number 4. Appreciate small moments. Take time to notice the little things in life, like the laughter of a friend or the beauty of nature around you. These moments of appreciation can enhance your overall sense of gratitude and connection. In conclusion, by embracing the Stoic principle of living in the present, you can cultivate stronger relationships, improve emotional well-being, and lead a more fulfilling life. When you focus on the here and now, you empower yourself to create meaningful connections and experiences that will enrich your journey. Remember, each moment is an opportunity to engage deeply with yourself and those around you, fostering bonds that withstand the test of time. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, playing a crucial role in cultivating emotional resilience and overall well-being. The Stoics understood that by focusing on what we have, rather than what we lack, we can shift our perspective, reduce stress, and foster a more positive mindset. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, when you arise in the morning, think of the first gift that you have to thank for your mind. This simple yet profound practice of acknowledging our blessings can transform how we experience life. The role of gratitude in Stoicism. In Stoic thought, gratitude is not merely about expressing thanks, it's a powerful practice that encourages us to recognize the abundance present in our lives. By reflecting on our circumstances, relationships, and experiences, we cultivate an attitude of appreciation that helps us navigate challenges more effectively. This gratitude allows us to remain grounded, fostering resilience in the face of adversity. It can serve as an antidote to feelings of entitlement and dissatisfaction, reminding us that much of what we have is a gift that we often take for granted. Actionable steps to implement gratitude in daily life. Number 1. Keep a gratitude journal. One of the most effective ways to practice gratitude is by maintaining a daily gratitude journal. Set aside a few minutes each day to write down 3 to 5 things you are thankful for. These can be simple moments, such as a warm cup of coffee in the morning or a smile from a stranger. Over time, this practice will help you train your mind to notice the positive aspects of your life. Number 2. Express thanks to others. Take the time to communicate your gratitude to the people in your life. Whether it's a handwritten note, a thoughtful text, or a heartfelt conversation, expressing appreciation can deepen your relationships and create a ripple effect of positivity. Acknowledging others' contributions fosters connection and encourages a culture of gratitude. Number 3. Practice mindful reflection. Incorporate moments of mindful reflection into your routine. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on what went well and what you appreciated. This practice allows you to wind down and end your day on a positive note, reinforcing a mindset of gratitude. Number 4. Reframe negative experiences. When faced with challenges, practice reframing the situation by identifying potential lessons or growth opportunities. For instance, losing a job may lead to new career paths or personal development. By finding gratitude in adversity, you empower yourself to view setbacks as valuable learning experiences. Number 5. Create gratitude rituals. Incorporate gratitude into daily rituals, such as saying a prayer of thanks before meals or sharing positive moments with family during dinner. These rituals can help create a supportive environment that emphasizes appreciation and connection. A conclusion. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life not only aligns with Stoic principles but also reduces stress and cultivates a positive mindset. By recognizing the abundance around you, you can transform your perspective, enhancing your relationships and overall well-being. Gratitude empowers you to embrace life fully, fostering resilience and positivity that will resonate through every aspect of your journey. Embracing mortality. The concept of memento mori, which translates to remember that you must die, is a central theme in Stoic philosophy. This profound awareness of mortality encourages us to live with intention and make meaningful choices that reflect our true values. By confronting the inevitability of death, we can better appreciate the present moment and prioritize what truly matters in our lives, particularly in our relationships. Understanding memento mori. The Stoics believe that reflecting on mortality can serve as a powerful motivator for living a fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius often contemplated his own mortality, reminding himself that life is fleeting and that time is a limited resource. By acknowledging that our days are numbered, we gain perspective on the trivialities and distractions that often consume us. As Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This awareness prompts us to focus on what truly matters, helping us navigate our relationships and personal goals with clarity and purpose. In making meaningful life choices. Embracing mortality urges us to evaluate our priorities. In relationships, this means cherishing connections with loved ones, nurturing friendships, and expressing affection openly. When we understand that our time with others is finite, we are inspired to be more present and engaged. This perspective encourages us to foster deeper connections and resolve conflicts more swiftly, as we recognize that holding grudges or neglecting relationships is ultimately counterproductive. Reflecting on mortality also helps us clarify our values and ambitions. When faced with the reality of our limited time, we may reassess what we truly want from life. This could mean pursuing passions we've put on hold, engaging in meaningful work, or dedicating time to causes that resonate with our beliefs. By aligning our actions with our core values, we can live authentically and with purpose. Encouraging reflection on priorities. To effectively embrace memento mori, consider setting aside regular moments for reflection. This could be during meditation, journaling, or even a quiet walk. Ask yourself what truly matters to me. How can I deepen my relationships? What legacy do I want to leave behind? By exploring these questions, you can create a life that reflects your values and desires, cultivating a sense of fulfillment. In summary, memento mori is not a morbid contemplation but rather an empowering reminder to live fully and intentionally. By acknowledging our mortality, we can make choices that enrich our lives, foster meaningful relationships, and ensure that our time is spent in alignment with our true selves. Embracing this philosophy can lead to a more profound appreciation of life and a commitment to live each moment with purpose and gratitude. The strength of community and relationships. Stoicism is often perceived as a solitary philosophy, emphasizing individual strength and resilience. However, a closer examination reveals that Stoics also place immense value on community and meaningful relationships. The Stoics understood that human beings are inherently social creatures, and the quality of our connections with others plays a significant role in our overall well-being and happiness. The importance of community in Stoicism. In Stoic thought, the community serves as a vital support system that helps us navigate life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the interconnectedness of all people when he wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." This quote underscores the idea that our individual welfare is intrinsically linked to the welfare of those around us. By fostering strong relationships and contributing to our communities, we enhance our own lives while uplifting others. Meaningful relationships can provide emotional support during tough times, offer diverse perspectives, and create a sense of belonging. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that we can draw strength from those who share our experiences. Strengthening relationships while maintaining independence. While Stoicism promotes independence and self-reliance, it does not advocate for isolation. Instead, it encourages us to strike a balance between nurturing our relationships and maintaining our personal autonomy. Here are some practical strategies to strengthen your connections without losing your sense of self. Number 1. Communicate openly. Honest communication is foundational for any relationship. Share your thoughts, feelings, and aspirations with your loved ones. This transparency fosters trust and intimacy, allowing for deeper connections. Number 2. Set boundaries. Maintaining personal independence is crucial for healthy relationships. Establish clear boundaries regarding your time, energy, and emotional availability. This ensures that you can support others without compromising your well-being. Number 3. Engage in shared values. Find common interests and values with those around you. Engaging in activities that resonate with both you and your loved ones can strengthen your bonds. Whether it's a hobby, volunteering, or a shared cause, mutual engagement fosters unity. Number 4. Practice empathy. Understanding and validating the feelings of others is essential for nurturing relationships. Cultivating empathy allows you to connect on a deeper level while still preserving your own emotional landscape. Number 5. Foster gratitude. Regularly express gratitude for the people in your life. Acknowledging their contributions and support not only strengthens your bond but also reinforces the positive aspects of your relationships. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us that while we must cultivate inner strength, we should not overlook the importance of community and relationships. By valuing and nurturing our connections, we enhance our lives and the lives of those around us. Striking a balance between independence and interdependence allows us to thrive as individuals while also being active, supportive members of our communities. Ultimately, strong relationships grounded in Stoic principles lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In conclusion, in this exploration of Stoicism and its profound impact on relationships and personal mastery, we have delved into essential principles that empower us to navigate life with clarity and purpose. We began by understanding the importance of focusing on what we can control, a foundational Stoic concept that allows us to detach from external chaos and cultivate emotional resilience. We highlighted the necessity of building inner strength through adversity, recognizing that hardships can forge our character and deepen our emotional fortitude. We then examined the art of letting go, emphasizing how releasing expectations can enhance our attractiveness and create healthier dynamics in relationships. Cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, and justice became central to our discussion, serving as guiding lights for our actions and decisions. We learned to handle criticism and judgment with grace, remaining grounded in our self-worth despite external opinions. Living in the present moment emerged as a crucial practice, urging us to engage fully with our lives and relationships while minimizing distractions. We also acknowledged the power of gratitude, which fosters positivity and reduces stress. Embracing mortality through memento mori allowed us to reflect on our priorities, reminding us to cherish the time we have and the relationships we build. Finally, we recognized the strength found in community and meaningful connections, understanding that our individual well-being is intertwined with that of others. As you move forward, I encourage you to integrate these Stoic principles into your daily life. Embrace the power of Stoicism to transform your relationships and foster self-mastery. Let this philosophy guide you toward a life of authenticity, resilience, and fulfillment. Start today. Choose one principle to focus on and watch how it enriches your journey.